You know, I gotta say, it feels kind of weird not really having anything, like, go on last night. Outside of maybe, like, a rerun of something, or maybe something else was on that I just personally wasn't interested in. So, I mean, again, at the beginning of the year, we had, like, I think it was, I don't even remember, was it the auditions for The Voice? Because I remember talking about that a lot. Actually, no, yeah, it was. But yeah, nothing really happened yesterday. Oh, excuse me. Sorry, I went to bed late last night watching something else, but I'll be getting into that a little bit later. And let's just say it definitely has plenty to do with the fact that I really am out of the loop about a lot of things. But anyway, happy Tuesday, everybody. We again, I mean, in terms of the weather today, it's not really not as rainy as yesterday. I mean, you can tell like it clearly rained, but it's not like, gonna ruin your day, and you can still go outside and do whatever it is you have to do. So yesterday I did mention that Amphibia was actually going to be premiering on Disney Channel, which it did at 10 o'clock in the morning. Now, again, it's very likely that lots of people are out of school right now. It's likely that, some people are in school, or maybe they had a half day, it was their last day, or if for whatever reason they have school today, maybe, it won't be so difficult. Or actually, come to think of it, it is probably Regents Week in New York State, so it is possible that older people could have watched it, and because they were home and didn't have to go to school for Regents exam. So that's really neat. But honestly, if they were just going to premiere it on a Monday, they probably could have waited until the afternoon. Like, wait until maybe 3, 4 o'clock, 4:30 at the very latest, and, premiere it then. But, from what I've seen, the response to Amphibia was excellent. I try to avoid spoilers, but it appears that we actually do have an antagonist in the series, which is awesome. I mean, and that's how Amphibia, I think, got me in. That's how it got, like, a lot of people in, too. Like, you're in this land of, like, frogs and toads and giant, for the most part, cold-blooded creatures, maybe an occasional bird or something. And you want to see it, and you want to explore it. And, like, all the earth-based colors, like a lot of green and brown, maybe a little bit of a blue and yellow here or there. But you want to see, like, all those colors, and like it pulls you in. But no kidding, at the very end of the episode, we have what's essentially possibly a main antagonist, which I want to see more. I want to know more. So, man, am I glad I invested in wanting to see this show, because I personally cannot wait. So, yes. Again, I kind of wish that Disney Channel maybe premiered it a little bit later in the day, but what can you do? I mean, again, it's been online on YouTube for like the last couple of days, and I mean that's how I first saw it. So, it's not like it's impossible to see now, but there's always something really nice about, like, seeing a show that you really hope is good premiere on a screen that's bigger than your phone or your computer. I mean, again, some of the best shows I ever seen. Samurai Jack, Avatar: The Last Airbender. What was another one? Anyway, Ed and Eddie. That was a good one. I all saw them. Well, then again, a vast majority of these shows were made before computers and smartphones really became a thing. So you really could only watch it on, on television. Funny enough, I think YouTube came out like a year after Avatar: The Last Airbender premiered, or roughly close to it, because I think it was like President's Day weekend of 2005 when Avatar: The Last Airbender premiered, and YouTube was made like Valentine's Day a year later, so yeah, close enough. And now, thanks to the internet, we can watch anything online. But again, there's always something nice seeing on TV that is just, awesome. Man, am I tired. Get some coffee after this. Holy cow. So last night, since there really wasn't anything going on, I got bored and, I'm just looking up, funny, like, online YouTube videos. And, occasionally you'll find, like, the entirety of a stand-up special, online. It's going to be, like, well over an hour plus, from, like, start to finish. And, I got bored. And one thing that I really am interested in is the art of puppetry. So I'm watching this one comedian. He just goes by Randy. His full name is Randy Feltface, but he goes by Randy. He's like a purple puppet or whatever. And he was actually really funny. I'm not even kidding. I actually saw the stand-up special, Randy Writes a Novel. And basically, I like how in the stand-up special, he keeps going on about these jokes, and he keeps saying that, I'm going to start reading my novel now. Because, he said the name of the novel, which is called Walking the Sky. And, first it starts off as, him getting nervous about reading the novel. And then he's talking about stuff like Ernest Hemingway. And, a story about, all sorts of, crazy stories or whatever. Harper Lee who wrote To Kill a Mockingbird, all that stuff. And so, at the very end of the special, he's like, Walking the Sky, chapter 1. And then it fades to black. That was actually, really good. And the best part is, because he's a puppet, you can actually do a few things with it, he says, as I'm reading the novel, if you have to go to the bathroom, you can get up and go because, not going to be able to see what's going on. Because, it's a puppet. Puppets don't have eyes. But, yeah, it was actually really funny. I think I might listen to more Randy later. I mean, I don't really... Well, and here's how out of the loop I am. Randy Writes a Novel came out in 2015. I am way out of the loop. I mean, it's not the first time it ever happened either. I think it was 2017 when I saw Billy Gardell's special Halftime. And that took place in 2011, 2012. So I am wildly out of the loop on a lot of things. I mean, yeah, I've been trying to be better, but you can only do so much. I don't know what, don't really know what it entails or whatever, but you can only try. So the only really major thing going on right now that comes to mind, at least for me, is the fact that, we have a new episode of America's Got Talent tonight. That's going to be fun. Can't wait to see what acts are going on. And of course, I would completely not piece together the pattern that it always goes for, which is they only show off the golden buzzer at the very end of the episode when it's really past time for me to fall asleep. And so I end up staying later than normal just to watch it, and then, I'm tired the next day. It's just not very good for me. It's not good for me physically, Emotionally and mentally, I do enjoy being thoroughly entertained by the fact that America does, in fact, have talent. But in the end, I just simply, you know, sleep a lot longer than, oh, jeez, am I tired. Want to, that I would like to, or whatever. I completely lost train of thought what I was doing. Although one thing I did see, like, not even a few minutes before making this video, I checked my Instagram, all the other social media platforms I have, and no kidding, we have the newest guest of Hot Ones. It's gonna be hilarious actress Aubrey Plaza. I cannot wait. I like Aubrey Plaza, I do. I mean, I haven't really seen her in much, but I know about, like, her work, and I know how funny she is. I mean, I know she was, like, in Funny People. I know she was in that Robert De Niro, Zac Efron movie, Dirty Grandpa, which is basically the kind of movie that, critics really didn't care for, like, at all. But it's really the kind of movie where I'm watching, like, this is incredibly stupid, but I kind of like it. And, I do remember watching, Zac Efron, was talented in it, because, there's a reason why they made all those High School Musical movies. In terms of Robert De Niro, listen, we have 4 decades worth of movies where we've seen Robert De Niro use 4-letter words like it's poetry. And, Aubrey Plaza was, hilarious in it. She's got comedic timing out the wazoo, so can't wait to see, what goes on next in terms of who the next guest is. Oh, man, I cannot stop yawning today. I get it's only like not even 6:30 in the morning, or whatever, so it technically is not the best time to, be up, but man, you're probably wondering, well, if you're that tired, why don't you just get coffee before doing the video? Well, it goes back to the fact that when I make my videos, I do try and look nice, showered, hair clean, face washed, more importantly, teeth brushed, and yeah, if I have coffee, that would kind of ruin the purpose of brushing my teeth. Because you see, ladies and gentlemen, I like talking to the camera the way I would like to talk to another person, or say if I was on a date with a lovely woman, wanna be, look the part, and obviously you never want your breath to smell bad, so that kind of goes with what I do. Yeah, don't really have much else to say other than, it's no longer Monday, so that's nice. Don't really have any big plans today. I have a dentist appointment today, but that's really, really about it, my teeth are, just for a routine checkup, kids, always do your routine dentist checkup every 6 months. So if you're doing it right, you should see your, dentist maybe, hopefully twice a year. Unless, you only just started, in which case you would see them now, and then it's likely that, well, actually 6 months from now would be December, so yeah, it would be. You would be able to see her twice a year. But regardless, always, dental hygiene is important, kids. I want to, almost 30 years old, no cavities. I want to keep that. I want to keep that square. I want to keep that going, and hopefully I will be able to do that with. Not hopefully. I floss, brush, rinse, all the stuff you're supposed to do. So yeah, that'd be really good. So yeah, don't know why I just made that face right there. Like, favorite, share, hit that subscribe button. Follow me on the social media platforms. I am humbled I made this video for all you guys to watch and enjoy for today. I hope we all have a wonderful, wonderful Tuesday. And remember, if any of you guys ever want to talk or chat, I'm always going to be here to London ear. And I'll always have your back. Take care and make good choices. See ya.